Bada boom, bada bang, bada glide. Salomon Aeroglide in the house. One of the weirdly most hyped shoes recently. Everyone's asking me if I could test this. I didn't know Salomon had that much hype, but we're gonna put it through the paces here today. Now, before we get into it, if you're looking for a new daily trainer, you already know what to do. Sign up for the Supple app because you can get other people's reviews on this. You can also get a discount code to Running Warehouse for any discount shoes. And you can look on the marketplace to see if anybody's listed this in your size, or just pick up one of the highly discounted marketplace shoes that somebody has listed in your size. Also, by the time this video goes live, we will have all of the spring collection. I'm wearing one of the pieces right now. I got my water bottle over here. That's in the spring collection. All the pieces are going to be live on hobbyjogger.com. App members get early access. We're going to have the password up for hobbyjogger.com up there, and we're going to have an exclusive discount code that takes 10% off of all the merch on hobbyjogger.com. So I'm excited. We've been putting a lot of work into this collection. Me, Barrett, Grant, the team, we're growing, we're expanding, we're stacking mileage. Enjoy today's video. Bang. All right, we got the Rihanna brand back in the house tonight. Umbrella, Ella, it's not raining. That's a banger. Barefoot Mafia better have my money. That's a banger. When's the last time Rihanna came out with a banger, though? I don't know. So, Salomon. So, I was talking to Grant about this. Grant, who's been crushing it on our Supwell IG. And he said, most people associate Salomon with the trails, which is true. But Salomon has been dropping some solid shoes for the roads. This is the Salomon S-Lab Spectre. It's almost a Super Blast competitor or a Saucony Endorphin trainer type of shoe. Never really got that much traction. Ironically, get it? Traction, trails, road. Because Salomon, they messed up the rollout. They called this a 4-hour marathon shoe, and that triggers people. People apparently in the U.S. market don't want a 4-hour marathon shoe. But this is a good shoe for heel strikers. It's like a lighter weight Kinvara Pro or a more stable Vaporfly. This top layer of Piba is really good. So solid shoe. And then this is their elite race shoe. I've only gotten one running it so far, but also a solid shoe. It wasn't my absolute favorite, but it seems like it's the type of shoe that's going to benefit from some break-in. It's almost a combination of a Saucony Endorphin Elite and an Asics Metaspeed or a Magic Speed type of shoe, where you have a softer, a mushier foam on the bottom layer and the heel that's comfortable, and then a firmer race foam up on the top to pop along. So they've been making some solid shoes. They also have trail shoes. I've tested the S-Lab Genesis. It was okay. It felt like there was a standard EVA in there, but I know a lot of people like that shoe. And now they have this thing. This is the Aero Glide. I did open up the box with my box cutters yesterday because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was a Salomon shoe. I didn't know if it was something else. But this is the Aero Glide 3. Shout out to my guy Zach Levy, by the way, from Outside PR. He hit me up first about over a year ago when I first did the Cielo X1 review, when I was able to get it early. And he said, bro, how the heck did you get that shoe? We want to send you some stuff. So, man, people are what make the world go round, and I know sometimes I could be contentious with the brands, but guess what? Zach Levy from Outside PR, he's a real G. He's been putting in the work. He now reps Salomon. He asked me if I wanted to test this, and I said, of course, bro. So shout out to Zach for just reaching out and being a good guy. And yeah, man, a lot of people don't put some respect on the channel, but Zach did, and he has been since 2024. Anyway, Aero Glide 3. This is Salomon's max cushioned cruiser. A lot of people have been hyping this up, and it's weird because usually I'll get to a shoe before people start hyping it up. But man, people on the Supple app have been saying this is a banger. My guy Nick Ward in the UK, he's been running this. Grant also got a pair that he's been testing, and he pushed it in. All he told me, and I said, dude, don't tell me anything. I don't like to have anything in my head before I run it. I haven't heard anything about the ride experience yet, except people are saying it's bouncy. Grant pushed it in and said it was soft. But yeah, this one keeps popping up. People keep saying it's a banger. So let's see. Bada boom. Bada bang. Ooh. Okay. Okay, this kind of looks like a TJ Maxx special colorway. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you, with the gray and then the red on the bottom. I could see this being dad drip, though. I could really see this especially if you live in Philadelphia or Newark, some sort of a dirty city. This would be a good colorway. Out here in the burbs, it's not really necessary for me to rock this type of a colorway, but this with the Max Cushion Gang hoodie and some nice joggers, either Lulu or one of those Shing 10 joggers off of Amazon, that could hit for sure. Now, this foam, it's a beaded foam. I believe it is a beaded TPU, and that's the other thing about this shoe. It is a beaded TPU. In fact, apparently there was a leak on Instagram, or one of those shoe accounts on Instagram, follow the Sup While Running Instagram account, by the way, said that this foam is produced by the same manufacturer who did Boost from Adidas. I guess their contract or exclusive contract was up with Adidas, so now this shoe, Salomon, has the beaded TPU. Grant said he felt it was soft, man. It is pretty squishy. Look, we can collapse that heel here. This is giving me some PTSD from the Adios Pro 4, where you see the scoop out, but decently soft. It feels like a more broken in version of beaded TPU from Saucony. Not as firm as the Ride 18 beaded TPU. More similar to what we got in the Triumph 20 and 21. And boy, is this bouncy. I can feel, just as I'm pushing it in, it's decently soft, but my finger's not staying. It's not staying compressed. It snaps right back. So this foam seems like it's going to be special, and that's the secret sauce of this shoe and why people are hyping it up, because of the foam. I've heard a lot of people compare this to the top tier Max Cushion shoes, like this potentially Super Blast competitor. A lot of people are hyping this up, and it's weird to have a small brand shoe like this be so hyped up. But looks are solid. They also have a brighter colorway. I think it's a yellow colorway. This one's fine. It's some nice pops of orangey red down here. They have their Contra grip on the bottom. Let's see. I think that's on all their shoes. That's their proprietary rubber. Yeah, this is the race shoe. This is has that Contra grip on the bottom here. They have some nice strategic cutouts of the foam back here. Hopefully it will save some weight. It doesn't feel like a super lightweight shoe, but this is designed to be a daily trainer or a Max Cushion cruiser. So for everyday miles, aerobic development miles, just getting out here, moving the legs, this is not going to be a workout shoe for me. If you're the type of person who has one or two shoes, you could use a shoe like this for a workout shoe. Or if you like the brand Salomon and you're a newer runner, this could be your one shoe. That's the type of shoe it's designed to be. I have some other ones over there. Let me go grab them. Just wanted to pull some of the top new Max Cushion shoes that I've enjoyed that this would be competing with. So first one here is the Hoka Bandai 9. This one has supercritical EVA. This is very comfort-oriented, large stack of foam here, but it's runnable. I took this on a 20-mile long run. I ran 100 miles in it. Not in one shot. I have over 100 miles in it now, but a really comfortable, smooth rolling shoe. I enjoy this a lot, and I recommend it if you're looking for a more moderate drop daily trainer or protective shoe that has a lot of cushion in the forefoot. Very comfortable shoe here. So that's one of the top Max Cushion shoes. Another one that I've been testing more recently. So I got this around the same time as the Bandai, but I didn't put a lot of miles on it at first. I actually did do a 20-mile long run out of the box. But regardless, I've been running a few times in it over the past few weeks. I've really enjoyed it. The Asics Gel Nimbus 27. I took this out Tuesday for some miles with my friend Cam up in Harrisburg, and we ended up doing some sprints. And this shoe responded surprisingly well. I was getting down to 340, 330, 350 pace for 10-second surges over there. It's not a track, but it's a closed. It is a track, but it's paved and it's half a mile around versus being that red stuff and being 400 meters around. But this responded really well. Super comfortable shoe. Great for eating up the miles. And we went to the coffee shop after, Sunflower Coffee Shop up there in Harrisburg. There's a few of them around Charlotte. This was the perfect shoe for that day. Going to get some miles in with a friend and then going to the coffee shop after. The comfort here is awesome. So this is, again, like the Bandai, a comfort-oriented shoe. And then we have the Nike new release, Vomero 18. Big old ZoomX stamp on the side. I just did a comparison on the Instagram. Go follow the Sup While Running Instagram with the Pegasus Premium and this. This does not feel like a race shoe Zoom X or an Invincible Zoom X. It's not super bouncy, but the Zoom X does give some nice comfort, and it's just a solid cruiser. Out of the Bandai, Nimbus, and this is the least exciting. It also has that 10 millimeter drop, so it's the lowest up in the forefoot here. But it's a really stable cruising type of shoe, similar to a Glycerin 21. If you want something from Nike that's protective and just going to give you good comfort, this is a solid option. I've done some double days in it. I don't love taking it past 10 to 12 miles. I don't really love taking it past 8 miles because the bottom layer of foam, React X here, tends to start dying for me in a way that some of these more modern foams like the A6 FF Blast Plus and the Hoka Bandai Supercritical EVA do not. But it's still a comfortable shoe, especially if you're a Nike fan. Now, last max cushion shoe I want to highlight out here, the Mizuno Neo Zen. Bro, this thing is a complete banger. This is the most fun. This is the wild card. New brand, right? We have Asics, Hoka, Nike that I brought out here. This is the least established brand in the U.S. running market. But if you look at what Salomon's trying to do, they're seeing Mizuno, and they're saying, bro, we could be the next Mizuno. We could be the next Saucony. Now, Saucony is more established, but we can start chipping away at the lead that some of these guys have, and it all starts with an exciting midsole. Now, Mizuno has been in the game on the roadside for a few years trying to break through, and all it takes is a bloop and a blast. All it takes is one hit shoe to finally break through, and Mizuno's been chipping away. They had the Neo Vista last year. They had the Wave Rebellion Pro and the Wave Rebellion Pro 2, which, by the way, Pro 2, absolute monster of a shoe. And you can get that for $144, the race shoe, with our Subwell app discount code on Running Warehouse, which is just crazy because Mizuno still isn't as respected as some of these other brands. So they got to cut the prices super low when the next generation comes out. But this is a super critical TPU down here, really different foam than anything else I've tried. It doesn't get too mushy, but it's soft and bouncy. Nice, comfortable, lightweight shoe. It's lighter than the Nova Blast. It's 250 grams, so a lot of good elements here. Stability isn't the best. Upper is kind of weird, but it all starts with an awesome midsole, and that's what the Neo Zen has, and that's what the Aero Glide 3 is allegedly trying to do. Now, as I'm looking at some other elements of the shoe and comparing to the Neo Zen, this falls more into the Bandai category when we're thinking about the upper here. You got a padded tongue. You have some nice structure around the back. Doesn't seem like a super lightweight upper or a lightweight shoe in general. It's a shoe to eat up miles. So with that, let's throw it on the scale and see how it compares to some of these other whales. Hello. Yes, I'm going to take it around in a second. All right, let's do it. Doesn't feel super lightweight. Doesn't feel super heavy either. I'm guessing this is around 300. Let's see. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! 298.5. Oh, dude. Hold on. Okay, so I just did the entire weigh-in with this thing inside, so... Okay, so left side is 274 grams. That is pretty lightweight. That's almost Super Blast levels of lightweight. With the more comfort-oriented insole that I put in the Super Blast, this is lighter because that thing comes in at 278 with that insole. So, man, would you look at that? The Vomero is way heavier, 60 grams heavier, or 50 grams heavier, 325. Let's do a QA check. On the other side here. That's the first time in a while where I got I got by not taking out the insert. Woo! 275. 275. Hold on, I'm bringing this up here to do a QA check. Yeah, 274, 275. They're both right around the same weight. Great QA check, Salomon. 274 is 275. Bang! So, super lightweight shoe with good QA. Let's throw in the stack rater, see how it stacks up. I switched it up today. I stacked it on the right side first, all the way up. So 275 grams. That's light for a max stack shoe. If we can get this thing to come in around 40 millimeters, that's a good weight to stack ratio. We haven't brought out the weight to stack ratio in a few weeks, but This shoe might have to dust off the weight to stack ratio. All right. Left shoe in the Stackerator 5000. Bang! Look at that. 42.5 millimeters of stackage in the back of the package. Right side going in the Stackerator 5000. Woo! 42 millimeters. 42 millimeters of stack. That is really solid for having 275 grams of weight. For some context here, let's throw the Vomero 18. Now, this thing does have around 30 miles. I don't know. I've run it three or four times. Maybe four or five times. I've run it a bunch. Now, hold on. This is wiggling everywhere. I really need to input my mileage back in Strava. But let's see. Vomero 18. Oh, this thing got back to inches. 40.8 millimeters. So 40.8 millimeters of stack, but 325 grams of weight. That's pretty heavy, right? With just as much stack as the Salomon. Let's see what the gel Nimbus. So this thing came in at 316 grams on the scale. This is a tall shoe. I really like this shoe. I need to get some more miles in it. Boom, 41.3 millimeters. So the Salomon is up here for stack height with all these max stack shoes, at least out of the box. We'll have to see how it evolves. The Nimbus is still holding up really well because that's a shoe I've put some decent use on, and it's not compressing down a lot. So, I mean, Asics has some good materials over there. Let's see, Bandai 9. This is now coming in just under 40 millimeters, right around 40, 39 millimeters, but it's 330 grams of weight. Let's get a quick check on the width, because that's the other thing. Some of these shoes, they'll have a tall stack, lightweight, but then if they're 2 millimeters wide, the stability is going to be terrible. So let's just get a quick weight. I have to go grab my width calipers. Remember that Young Thug song, With Them? 90 millimeters. 90 millimeters wide. I got this new comment and people will be like, I thought you were so annoying at first. Now I watch your channel every day. Why do you think I'm annoying, bro? This is actually 95 millimeters wide. So it's got some good width back there, too. Let's compare it to the Bandai. Oh, the Bandai is way wider. 104. Let's see. Vomero is probably under 100. Just around the 100. 99 right there. Where's the Neo Zen? Big bass boot went on my hand. Yeah, so about just as wide as the Neo Zen. So it seems like this shoe is going to fall somewhere in between a gel Nimbus and a Neo Zen. If I had to guess in terms of the performance, this is my guess, right? All the way on the comfort end of the spectrum, you have tall, wide. I didn't even get a base check on this, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's pretty wide. Yeah, 105 millimeters wide. In the Asics, most comfort-oriented, most designed for relaxed miles. Neo Zen, the most exciting, the most fun, lightest weight. I'm guessing the Salomon Aeroglide is going to come in at the middle, which in this slot would be the true daily trainer. So with that, let's lace it up and see how it does for some true daily miles. I actually like this colorway more now that I'm in my running clothes and lacing it up. Not every colorway needs to be an absolute crazy banger, but stepping in here, solid upper, good padding on the tongue, firmer step in feel than I thought, but I really have a feeling this foam is going to come alive once we start putting some juice in it. It gives me that, with the amount of pushback it's given me here, it gives me that vibe of a Super Blast type shoe. That's a daily, but that you can crank. So I did 3 workouts in the past 2 days. I did sprints on Tuesday, and then I did a fartlek, and then yesterday I did a marathon pace workout, 8-mile tempo. So today is just mileage. I'm shooting for 12 miles here. Let's do a walk test and then we can go. This is pretty comfortable, dude. Good fitting upper, good padding. It's not too narrow. Decent room in the toe box. The foam is right in that not too soft, not too firm zone. I can already tell this is one of those shoes. If you've been looking at this and you're looking to get it for walking and occasional jogging, I can already tell this is likely going to pass that basic shoe test with flying colors. Very comfortable shoe, just lacing it up here. So it will be great for casual use if you like Salomon and you're looking for a comfortable shoe. And I'm guessing this is probably now their most comfortable shoe because it's their new max cushion offering, and all their other stuff is either lower stack, not as soft, or not as comfort oriented. So good comfort here. I'm surprised. Not super soft, but that's okay. It's right in that middle zone, and it is really good cushioning here. So with that, let's go and get some miles. I'm already behind the 8 ball here today. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just go get some mileage. All right, let's get out here. Ooh. Ooh. Man, this does remind me of a Triumph. Reminds me a lot of that Triumph 20 with this beaded TPU. Good squish, good bounce. Yeah, man, early overreaction. This is a really good shoe. Whew. This is basically what I expected when people were hyping it up and I heard beaded TPU. It has that compression and protection. I can feel the higher density from the beads, but it's not firm. It's also, it is softer than I expected here. And what they've done with the scoop out in the back makes for a unique floaty ride experience. Yeah, there's a lot of good max cushion shoes out there, but I think this is gonna be one of them. First straightaway here, this has some really good bounce. Definitely more comfortable so far for me than the Super Blast. And this foam is really energetic. I love what they've done, how they've changed it from Boost. It's softer and it's bouncier than Boost. I can see why people are hyping this up. This is a really fun shoe to run in. Mile 1, 7:15. I feel like the shoe wants me to get down to 7 flat. That's where it feels best. It's got a lot of bounce. And unlike the Mag Max, it's not restrained at more relaxed paces. This is extremely bouncy. One of those days where I wish we had the bounce meter because this thing is crazy. One of the bounciest shoes out of the box, bounciest training shoes. Up there with the Neo Zen. One thing I'm noticing is this feels like a big shoe. The length. I'm wondering if it's half a size down situation. I can also crank the laces tighter. I don't really want to stop, but it does have a loose fit. Mile 2, 6:46. Looping a blast, baby. Mile 3, 6:42. This is a nice shoe for cruising. A beaded TPU typically, it doesn't bottom out or lose its balance over the course of a run either. So this could be a great long run shoe. I can feel the soreness setting in here from yesterday's workout as we get deeper into the run, but this is how we steal some gains. Double up on 2 good aerobic workouts. Now this isn't a super hard effort, but faster than a recovery pace. Getting down to that steady zone. It's a super compensation effort. So these paces feel so much easier right now aerobically because of that hard workout yesterday. So I'm banging another 80-minute good aerobic run, banking some gains. You know what this is? This is what the Triumph 23 should have been. I might email this video to Saucony PR. This is so good. Bouncy daily trainer, comfortable, smooth. It's like a Triumph 2021 updated. I also think this is what a lot of people wanted the Vomero 18 to be. This has that bounce and that squish that the Vomero was lacking. Vomero is more stable. This is more fun. Halfway through mile 6, 6:39. We are cruising, baby. Grind all winter to fly all spring. Man, it feels so good to be running strong again in the beautiful weather. And I'm actually working up a sweat because it's in the 50s or 60s now. Perfect. All right, let's see what we got here. 12 miles, 6:49 pace, 1 hour, 22 minutes, 11 seconds. Just cruising. Absolutely cruising in the Aero Glide. And that's a perfect name for these things. You have the cushion, the air, and you have the glide. It is a really nice ride. What's the other shoe? Glide Ride Max. That has glide in the name. Similar type of shoe. I fight against the foam less in this. The Glide Ride Max is great, but for me, at some paces, it feels too soft. That was always my issue with it. This thing is just a great daily trainer, and I would put it more in a daily trainer role than a max, super max stack, max cushion type of a role. So good, man. And I basically hit every system over the past 48 hours. I hit sprints Tuesday morning. Then I hit all my race paces Tuesday afternoon on a nice vibe shift workout, a fartlek workout. Yesterday hit marathon pace, and then today some nice steadier miles, putting some more pressure on the aerobic system. So that was a nice microcycle right there. Now it's recovery till Sunday. What the heck? That mileage water tastes better after a 12 piece. The boy's still drinking Molly water. We off that. Bro, this thing looks like a funky, chunky monkey. Something about the proportions of it. I don't know if it's just the lens is distorting it or something, but it looks funny. But man, this is another good shoe. There's a lot of bangers. As I was saying yesterday, there's also a lot of mid shoes. And if you think about a normal distribution, a curve, grouping any set of products, books, shoes, people. That's the whole thing with grading on a curve that I was talking about yesterday. A lot of them are going to be right in the middle. Nike Vomero, great example. That's a shoe that's right in the middle. And I like it, and I've been recommending it to people who don't like super max stack, who don't like soft and bouncy, but it's really an okay shoe that's gonna be great if you like Nike. Asics Gel Nimbus 27, another solid workhorse. Doesn't blow me away, but very comfortable. Hoka Bandai 9, the transcendent element of that is it just leaves you. And then there's a few shoes that really spike and deliver fun, exciting, and different rides. And some of my favorite shoes, the ones that I've been getting a lot of miles in recently, the ones that have crossed 100, aren't necessarily the most exciting ones, like the Bandais of the world. The Nova Blast is one that threads the needle well, but shoes like the Mizuno Neo Zen, shoes like the Saucony Endorphin Elite 2 or the Endorphin Trainer, fun, bouncy, exciting. This is a cool one here, the Salomon Aero Glide 3, because it takes the fun, exciting bounce of an Incrediron foam or a Mizuno Energy Next that's in the Neo Zen and puts it in a more approachable daily training package. It really would be close to the Nova Blast 5. Now, not every shoe can be the best in this and best in that, but this is a really good shoe. First run, the complete banger. So let's throw up this run. 12 miles at about a 6:49 pace. I was just cruising. Yesterday I did a hard workout, a tempo run at a 5:40 pace, 1 mile warm up, and then I was getting down in the 5:30s, 5:40s, gliding in the Puma DV8 Nitro Elite 3. So legs should have been tired today, but surprisingly, they had more pop. And I'm noticing, coming off of that strength block, so I started it end of January. It was about 6 weeks, 1 to 2 times a week, doing mile race pace repeats, 200-meter repeats, up to 800-meter repeats. I've never trained like that before. It was really hard, but I'm noticing my legs now have more pop. I'm able to sustain these faster paces with lower efforts. I don't feel speedier, but I do feel stronger. So this was a nice week. I'm starting to see all my fitness gains coming together, and I'm excited to sign up for a marathon. I want to get a marathon on the books within the next few months. But for an everyday running shoe, this delivers a lot of what I'm looking for. It's comfortable, it's fun, it's bouncy, and it's decently stable. It's a whole murder of crows. That's an eagle. That's an eagle. I wonder if they're scared of the eagle. A lot of crows talking about what the eagle's doing. Yeah, let's go through those 3 questions we always answer on these first run reviews. So how does this compare to its intended purpose? Now, this is a high cushioned everyday running shoe. It's designed to be comfortable and versatile, and I'm placing it more in a daily trainer category. It is a max cushion shoe and the lines are blurred, but increasingly I'm thinking of that max cushion category as more the shoes that are 180, 200 plus, Super Blast, Endorphin Trainer, Mag Max, Skyward X, Cloud Monster Hyper. That's where the max cushion is going, and this 160, 150, 140 category, they're more similar. A Gel Nimbus is more similar to a Nova Blast than it is to a Skyward X. So think of this in that Gel Nimbus, Nova Blast, Vomero category, designed to be an everyday shoe. It nails it. It has great comfort. Now, the one thing that I did notice in the first few miles, it felt like this upper was loose and the fit wasn't 100% dialed in. That could have just been because I didn't crank the laces down tight enough, and that's a very easy fix in terms of the only real noticeable issue I had. But there's no weirdness in the toe box. It's not too narrow. My left foot is slightly wider, and I will notice, especially in the Saucony shoes and the Nike shoes with the aggressively tapered toe boxes. The Vomero didn't have it, but the Pegasus Premium had it, and the standard Pegasus had it. This does not. This is a nice and forgiving toe box. The upper is comfortable. It's also getting out to 65, maybe even warmer right now. It's at least room temperature American, so 66, 67, 68 American right now. And I had no issues with breathability. I'm wearing my normal feature socks. So great upper. The tongue is nice and padded. There was no lace bite. So in terms of that everyday comfort, bada boom, bada bang. And I already said, when we were doing the walk test up there, just on the fit and feel, this is going to be great if you're looking for a normal shoe. If you like Salomon or looking for something different. I don't love the look of this, and that's the one thing. I think it looks cooler on camera than it does in person, actually. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my favorite. If I walk by this, again, if I walk by this at a Marshalls or TJ Maxx for $80, I wouldn't think twice. It just looks very basic. I know they also have a yellow that's more similar to that Gel Nimbus colorway I have on Running Warehouse, so that's probably what I would get if I bought this myself, but Salomon did send this to me. Actually, Zach Levy, shout out Zach Levy from Outside PR. He's the one who sent it to me. Putting in work. Second question, how does this compare to the other shoes in the category? So think about this going up against those daily trainers. This is a lot bouncier than a lot of those other shoes. Neo Zen might be the only daily trainer in this 140 to 160 category that has as much bounce as this, and maybe the Nova Blast 5. And again, I really wish there was a way to measure this. Maybe with one of those Stride pods or Koros pods. I don't think so. It'd be hard to, but this has a lot of bounce to it, and I don't... Charles could tell us to the Salomon. The shirt is wife approved. I did. Yeah, this has a lot of bounce to it, man. And as I was saying, for a run like this, I wouldn't normally come out here and be blasting 640s and 650s on a everyday miles. Likely it would have been closer to 720 to 740 after a hard workout, but this shoe just has that juice. And I'm not saying it gives me 40 seconds per mile speed assistance at the same effort. I am getting stronger and I'm able to recover quicker because of that strength block, but it encourages a faster pace and it feels really good. It's like what I was saying earlier this week about the Mag Max that Grant pointed out. Grant from Supwell Social and some other people pointed out that the Mag Max feels best when you lock into that faster pace. I'm thinking that's going to be the same thing with this. So compared to those other shoes in the category, bouncier, but perhaps not as good for those relaxed miles, especially if we're comparing it to a Gel Nimbus or a Bandai or a Vomero. So I'm going to get some more testing on this really soon, do some relaxed miles, maybe even today if I can, no promises. But I'm guessing it's going to slot in to be more of that longer run, up-tempo, faster shoe when you want to push the pace and have something fun, similar to a Neo Zen or a Super Blast. But this is only, what is it? Hold on, let me check. I wonder if the crows didn't like the shirt because it was too bright. They're all murdered out and they're mad that we got the new Vibrant Vibes yellow swag. Yeah, as I thought, it's $160. They also have a blue colorway of this. So for $160, that's $40 cheaper than the Super Blast, $20 cheaper than the Mag Max. And again, it doesn't feel as Super Max stack, but the protection is really good. The cushion is really good. It's like the best version of what that Saucony Triumph was, the 20 and 21, except updated. It feels even bouncier. It feels more cohesive. Some people had an issue with the Saucony Triumph 20 because it had a 10mm drop and it had a narrower heel. This still does feel decently high drop. I actually don't know what the drop is on paper. I'm guessing it's between 6 and 8, but it feels closer to that 8mm drop range. But because of what they've done back here with the foam, I don't know if it's this cutout in the middle or just the width, the stability is solid and it is really smooth. Now, again, compared to the other shoes in the category, it's not going to be the most stable. Mag Max is a lot more stable, especially if we start going up to those Super Max stack shoes. A lot of those are going to have more stability than this. But for $160, similar stability to the Gel Nimbus. This does feel softer on the first run. I don't know about softer, but it feels less stable on the first run than the Gel Nimbus, also less stable than the Vomero, but it's not an unstable shoe. I wasn't noticing any instability. I was noticing a whole lot of squish and bounce. For example, if we compare it to the Super Blast, way softer and way squishier than the Super Blast, and to me, more comfortable and feels bouncier than the Super Blast as well. Now, third question is, how does this compare to everything else on the market? So bringing in the price, $160. This is most definitely not a speed shoe, even though I was getting the legs cranking. Something like the Super Blast or Hoka Mach X2, anything with a true race foam would be what I would pick for an actual speed workout. This very much feels like a fun daily trainer in the same spirit as that Neo Zen. And that's what I said about the Neo Zen as well. You can get the legs cranking in that, but it's not a speed shoe. So that's where this is landing for me, right in that Nova Blast 5 Neo Zen category. And there's likely going to be a shuffling of the power rankings, thinking about top 5 daily trainers I've tested recently. This is likely up there. It has all those elements that I look for. The foam is not too soft, not too firm. It's comfortable. I was able to do a 12-mile run out of the box here with no complaints. It wasn't feeling like it was bottoming out. I was able to push the pace appropriately, and it didn't feel weird across any pace. So I can see why people are hyping this up. I'm surprised, honestly, because Salomon hasn't had a hit on the roadside, but that's the thing. It's a bloop and a blast, right? You need one thing to break through, and then you start building. They've started to make some progress with their race shoe. I really liked that both of their race shoes I actually like the 4-hour race shoe better. I need to get some more miles in the other carbon one, but this is another solid shoe. I'll be getting some more testing on it. $160. I can see why people like it. I believe the hype for sure. So that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Boy's still drinking Miller Lite. We off that. Nothing light about the mileage. So I really want to get more testing. One more thing I did want to say though is this might be too soft for some people. I was not expecting that, but it does feel soft. I said that about the Neo Zen too. If you don't like soft shoes, don't get that. This might be a similar one. One more thing, we've got a working lunch today, but it's fire. You can't even see how fire it is because it's dark, but you got some strawberries and blueberries, and then a vegan BLT avocado wrap right here that Charles chefed up in Supple Kitchen. Bang. I wasn't sure what my schedule was looking like today, but thankfully I am going to be able to get some quick afternoon miles in. I'm just going for a 30-minute jog, but thought it would be good to get another test in the Aero Glide 3 here. Now this morning I was moving faster end of my daily mile pace, around 640, so this is going to be a truer recovery effort, probably around, I don't know, anywhere from 7 flat to 830 is where I run these, probably closer to around a 740, 750 pace. So I'll see how this does. Like I said earlier, compared to the Mag Max, this is a lot more unrestrained with how it's doling out that bounce. Reminded me of the Neo Zen. More stable than the Neo Zen, but has some of that similar feel. So we'll see. See how it does for recovery, because sometimes these overly bouncy shoes, they just don't feel that good when jogging along. It could also feel a lot firmer at slower paces. So let's find out. It's another beautiful day for some afternoon miles, man. Perfect, and it's not too sunny. Let's do this thing. All right, there we go. The more I run in this thing and look at it from the top, the more okay it looks. It's not a bad looking shoe. It's fine. I wish they did what the aesthetic from their S-Lab stuff and the stuff that's trendy, because they have a legit streetwear presence as well. Why wouldn't you want to put that on your running shoes, right? To bring more of that spirit here? I don't know. And they could have done it easily with colorways too. If you see all these zigzags, if they just made these zigzags black, they make the upper white, make all these overlays black with some red threads going through them, that will make it look a lot more like what people know Salomon for. But I'm not a shoe designer. I'm just a hobby jogger. I'm just a hobby jogger. Yeah, 4 miles, 20 hundredths. That's 420, bro. 4:20, 8:09 pace. And marathon training is like surfing. You got to ride the waves. And those waves aren't going to stop until you get out of the ocean. And the wave that I'm in right now is recovery. The last 3 days was a wave of speed and strength. And now we're hitting that recovery. Some nice relaxed mileage. Tomorrow I'll take some more relaxed miles. And this shoe is actually really good for that, man. I can see myself pulling for this a lot in my training. This very similar to what I enjoyed about the Neo Zen, that soft bounce. This is 5% more stable and restrained at these relaxed paces. This is just a really simple, fun shoe. It is big. That's the one thing. It feels half a size big, and I'm potentially even on the bigger side of a 10.5. For example, in the race shoes, sometimes I have to go a half a size up if they're snug, but for the most part, I'm 10.5 in everything. This is noticeably big. That's not really a demerit to the shoe. It's just you might want to go half a size up if sometimes you're in between. I have a hard time going half a size up, though, because I don't know. With the number of miles I do, I'd rather have it be too big than too snug. You can run in a too big shoe. A too snug shoe will bang you. So first run in the book, 16 miles, 12 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon. This is a great shoe. This is a banger. They did a nice job with this. This foam is awesome. One of the top new training foams. This is TLDR. This is what you thought the Vomero was going to be. This is a really good shoe. All right, have a meeting. Gosh dang. I'll see you later.